All right, welcome to this dreary day on Far Hollywood. So today I'm going to talk about a practical use of the navigation systems in the Ka-50. But first, we are going to get our mission here. We need a grid off it. The bra is 3 degrees for 26 nautical miles with a lat long of 4236.6 north, 04213.2 east. There's a list of targets there. So 003 at 26 nautical miles. We have the grid. All right, let's focus on both these here for a sec. You have your ABRIS, which is the advanced moving map system of the helicopter. Uses satellites, GPS, global positioning system, tracking satellites to track where you are over the Earth, right? The PVI 800 here, back, I'm gonna turn the brightness down. PVI 800 here, which has this keypad, a bunch of options around the keypad. This is a inertial navigation system. Difference being where the ABRIS uses satellite navigation, the inertial navigation systems, those systems are basically a navigation device that uses basically a flight computer motion sensor, so accelerometers, gyroscopes, and it's continuously calculating position, orientation, velocity of movement of the aircraft from a fixed point and figuring out where you're at based on that. Positives to that are it can't be jammed like a GPS system could be jammed. Downside to it is if it does go out of whack and you drift, so-called quote-unquote drift, you'll have to fix a point again, a known point, to recalibrate the system, and it will start tracking again for you. I haven't seen the drift in DCS yet. I know there's ways to fix a point, but I'm not going to get into that today. What I'm going to get into is essentially making a route based off a hasty attack mission that we just received. Taking the route, building off because you have a visual map, moving map here that you can actually build a route with. Transferring that route to the PVI 800. One, you could use your autopilot, and two, it's just another redundant system to navigate off of, honestly. So, because one of these could always get shot out, at least you have the other to rely on to get back home. So, well, let's get into it. So, our mission, if we go to the F10 map, let's see. Where is so it was pretty much straight north for 20, I don't know why my bearing stopped that. Way up here at Taya. This is our mission. So way up there by Taya. We're way down here. So then we got to find a battle position based off this. So right now my range bearing is based off it's based off nautical miles. So 4.3 nautical miles is about 8 kilometers. We need somewhere within 4.3, but right in there. So I am essentially associating off the F10 map, the ABRIS, essentially the same map. So we get into the ABRIS and start building that route. Get back to the cockpit. Let's just focus on the ABRIS here. ABRIS, quick rundown. First things first. This far right button, the number 5 button, switches between the different modes. We want to get to the options menu. Go to option, setup. So pressing button 1, we want to take the knob, go down to units, button 1. See, latitude, longitude are in seconds, not decimals. We want to change that to decimals. Reason being, this is what the PVI 800 uses, is decimals, not seconds. So go back to menu. If you ever get lost, you know, navigating the ABRIS, just button number 5, just cycle through. Eventually you'll find a page you recognize. Get there. So next we want to go back. We want to go back to that options menu. Go to plan. We haven't built anything yet. So waypoint 1 is Far Polywood, which I want to keep as Far Polywood. So next we want to edit, draw. Waypoint 1 we don't want to, so now we don't want to do anything with that. I'm going to scale out one. Edit, insert. So this is now inserting a new waypoint. And if you look around waypoint 1, you'll see a green square. Now we can move that green square. Turn the knob left and right, it goes east-west. If you push the knob, it transitions it to northwest. And let's work on our route. Scale out. So let's see if we can find so we're gonna immediately cut up to here, add. So that's waypoint 2. It's gonna flash. You can edit this if you want. I'm just gonna leave it as 2. Enter. Back to edit. Insert. Now it brings up a new square. We want to go north again. Sometimes it might be best just to go up to the target area and work from the target area back. So it was Taya. So our target was right there. That battle position we were talking about was right there. So we're going to go a little left, a little down. So yep, this can get real tedious, and that's part of the problem. But it's I think it's worth doing. 1, to get to know the system. 2, you want a redundant navigation system. I'm generally going on a long stream. You generally want to follow that line, but use the terrain to your advantage. I'm not gonna fly those directly. You get what I mean? So, for example, I'm gonna set this right here. Go up just a smidge right there. Gonna add. So waypoint 4. So basically, to get to there, I'm gonna probably follow a stream. I'm gonna look at my ABRIS, look at my map. I'm gonna look ahead. I'm gonna try to follow the terrain that gives me the best cover and/or concealment up to the point. So I'm not gonna follow these directly per se. All right, so we have that. We're gonna enter. We now have our route. We're gonna go back to plan, and this is all the waypoints. This is a list of waypoints now. Adjust the brightness there. And we're going to go to waypoint 1. So now this is where we start getting into entering the points into the PVI 800s. This switch right here, we want to go into entry mode. So that's kind of like editing. So real quick, waypoint 1, Far Polywood on the ABRIS 42107 north, or 71. We're going to talk about that second digit here in a minute. And then 04207.16 east. You see that pretty much matches this 42107. So this is where the difference in the formats lie. It's not, the decimals are 1 digit on the PVI 800, where they're 2 digits in the ABRIS. How do I convert that? General rule is, so let's take this 7-1, right? Decimal 7-1. So anything from decimal 7-0 to decimal 7-6, I will keep it, I'll round down, right, to the 7. If it was decimal 7-7 or decimal 7-8, decimal 7-9, I would round up to 8. So that's just my general rule when I input the points, just to, since it's converting a 2-digit into a 1-digit, I'll round up from the 0.07s. So waypoint 1 is good. So we're gonna go into entry. Want this rotary dial down here, entry mode. we want to start with waypoint 2, so make sure to kind of make sure you look at the blue highlight. Now that we're in entry mode, waypoint 2, clear lights up. So from here, north and east are plus on the lat long grid. That's what these plus minuses here. You have to preface each one of these grids with a plus minus. So north and east are pluses. If they were south and west, they would be minus. So both grids preface with a plus. It's the same button as a 0. So 422025. So plus 42202. Next grid plus 04205. Enter button lights up. Now we go into waypoint 3. We want to scroll down. Waypoint 3 is highlighted. So again, plus 4229.2 plus 04207. Enter. Keep scrolling down to waypoint 4. Waypoint 4. So plus 42350 plus 04208.5. Enter. And the waypoint 4 was the last one, so now we want to go back to operational mode on the ABRIS. We want to start these routes now. So waypoint 1, we're already there, right? So menu, plan, this is that route, active. You want to activate that route. On the ABRIS, I'm going to zoom out here on the ABRIS. On the PVI 800, I want you to see the HSI. So to match that waypoint 2, we're going to select waypoint 2. HSI, heading bug, and distance adjusted here. So now, we're going to get started on our routes. These two systems they work in parallel, meaning they operate separately. There's very few instances where you can input something on the PVI and have it show up on the ABRIS. One of those instances is nav target. You can have up to 10 nav targets. So what I'm going to make nav target 1. So I'm going to go to entry mode again. Nav target 1. It's the bottom number here. We're going to enter the target area. So just like before, a plus 42366 plus 04213.2. Enter. Go back to operate, but we're going to go to waypoint 2. Alright, so what I did there, and I'll show you when I get out to the target area, once I fly this route, what a nav target is and how that's different. Alright, so let's get ready to go. So I'm navigating off 2 things. You see the route line down there. Got my 3 hold modes on. Good. Wheel up. Now I'm going to get on my heading. And away we go. Sometimes it's real hard to see that green line. That's why I turn the brightness down a little bit. But navigating off both, as you can see, the yellow heading bug on the HSI and the green line match same direction. So let's fly this route. Let me orient you on the ABRIS. So the difference, this is counting down distance right here. It's getting down to 16 kilometers. This says 15.6. As you can see between the two, distance, they're about even as it counts down to 15. That's changing over. On your ABRIS, you have an ETA based on the speed that you're currently going. So about 4 minutes, 20 seconds to waypoint 2. You also have the track up here telling you which direction you need to go to follow the route. You have your heading bug here, and in your heading tape on your HUD, you have the diamond. So I'm going a little bit right of course. Get back on course here. Now on here we want to go to waypoint 3, so you just simply select waypoint 3. That will shift your HSI back over. And towards waypoint 4, about 12 kilometers out. Not quite past waypoint 3 on the ABRIS. This is something else you can do. You kind of, with two systems, at least you can track two different points if they're both operating. But we're going to continue on. We're going to deselect waypoint, nav target 1. If you look on your ABRIS now, this is one of those few areas. Whoops, getting a little close to those trees over there. I'm going to reset the hover. Now look at the ABRIS. You got a blinking square. That is that nav target, and like I said, that's one of those few times that the... Let me reset there. Nope, I'm not going to lower my gear. So something cool, if you remember data link or know how to use it, you can select DL ingress. Now, one thing I've noticed though, the Schwal will orient direction, but not necessarily at the altitude. So we're about 6 kilometers away. So you just, along that azimuth, just raise your Schwal upwards. We'll eventually see it. So let's go ahead and climb up. So when I said altitude, I meant that. So when you have that nav target input, it's not really taking altitude into effect. That's why your Schwal, when you ingress on it, it is pointed much closer at the ground than way out there. The enemy's higher, so it's not taking that into account, the elevation of the terrain. But I'm going to end the tutorial there. The video got a little corrupted after this, and I had to move around a bunch of terrain to find the target. But the main point of how to, 1, build a route, 2, take points from the ABRIS, converting it from seconds to decimals, and then inputting it into the PVI 800 was kind of the main point of this tutorial. And hope you got something out of it. Much better than a comprehensive tutorial, which would be long and dry. So I'll try to get some other tasks to do in the future with the two systems and make videos on those. Thanks for watching. See you next time.